Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're going to be looking at some of the really cool stuff Raid has added into the game that's going to give you a lot of extra good rewards. We had some pretty interesting April Fool's events, but they were only one day long, so I'm not really going to be covering those, but that was also pretty funny with the mystery shards. But in today's video we're going to be talking about the cool raid game that has been added to Play and Play and see what that one's all about, as well as we're going to check out some new tournaments and some new things that are going to be happening to the game. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would really be appreciated, and don't forget you can start the game the right way using my download link so you can get your hands on Corrado, Ugo, as well as one legendary champion depending on which promo code you use. My personal favorite is Monkey King, but you can also use Supreme 6 to get your hands on a Void legendary for the first time ever with Supreme Gaelic. The choice is yours. But now, let's get into it. Honestly, I can't wait to actually try this new minigame. I'm kind of a sucker for games like this, and it's having some huge rewards for us as well. As you can see, we're going to be getting ourselves some good pinpoint gear. It's only 5-star, but it's legendary, so there's that. We're going to get some energy, some silver, some multi-battles, oils, and at the end we're even going to get our hands on a primal shard, which is kind of huge. I'm going to click play, and we should be starting right in, and here it is. We can even go into full screen. Alt-Enter is how it goes, and from what I understand, you can't really be using this on mobile, but if you're playing Raid on your PC, definitely check out Play and Play and give this game a shot. It is looking quite spicy. The game is blasting on full volume, so let me lower that down nice and good. There we go, much better. Okay, we gotta be dodging some stuff. Okay, what should we pick out of these? I guess this one is gonna be nice and quick. Let's go ahead and do that. Collect all of this XP on the ground. The controls are kind of laggy or whatever, like it feels like we're walking on ice. Speaking of ice, let's add the ice arrow, why not? But honestly, I really enjoy games like this, and this would be pretty massive if Raid actually considers exploring this territory a little bit further. I would not be surprised if they're just testing the waters and see if this is something worth really going for. Okay, let's upgrade our A1, I guess, our default attack. Would really be awesome if, I don't know, actually kind of expecting we're probably going to get to see Kale and maybe even, what's his face? Orky Boy? What was the name of the orc guy? Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this. But yeah, I'm expecting to see those three. Keep on upgrading the lightning arrow, see how that go. Pretty sad that this thing only lasts for 2 minutes. Wish it had an endless mode or something like that. See how powerful we can actually get. I guess it's a good idea for me to collect this green stuff. I'm assuming this is our XP. Okay, the A1 gets upgraded to level 3, so we're shooting nice and quick. Not sure what the winning strategy here is. Honestly, it's going to be pretty hard to lose in this game, even though I'm giving my all right now to give it a try. I'm pretty low on the health area, but we gotta last 20 more seconds. I think we should be capable, as long as we keep on kiting. Okay, arrow shot, max level. Okay, we maxed out the A1, looking pretty solid. I'm gonna do a few more runs trying to max out the different skills, see what the most OP one is. Maybe we're even gonna deliberately die, so we see what happens then. But yeah, I'm almost literally dying just by actually tryharding. It's my first run and everything, but still a little bit too close to comfort. For comfort, or whatever the hell that saying is. Why am I floating in there? Okay, just like that, we already got ourselves the pinpoint weapon. And also 100 points, so we are gonna have to farm this a few more times. The first stage you gotta farm 500 points, so we're gonna have to play it 4 more times. Let's try and play a little bit differently this time. We're gonna try and max out something different, see if that feels stronger. But yeah, the controls are really laggy. Pretty sure you're also gonna notice that when you do. You could also use the mouse instead. I prefer using my WSD instead. Arrow Rain. Let's see how that goes. It's kind of cool. It's gonna be a pretty long cooldown though, without a solid A1. I'm not sure how much of a winning strategy this is gonna be, but we're about to find out. But yeah, personally, I'm pretty big fan of games like this right now. I'm actually playing something similar, Brotato. I don't know if you guys have tried it. It's a super good game. Again, like this, you basically try to kite aliens or some monsters or whatever the hell those idiots are, and you get to buy all sorts of different items, level up different things. Pretty fun stuff. Okay, I'm gonna combo it off with explosive arrow, I guess, and we're gonna try and find one of those each time we level. See how powerful that one feels. But yeah, we're actually taking quite a bit of damage. Quite a little bit of damage. Okay, more of that explosive arrow. Kind of fun, not gonna lie, kind of fun. Would be pretty cool if they really do double down on something like this. I'm assuming it's gonna be a much more free-to-play friendly, to say the least, game mode. With the potential of it actually hooking some people up on the lore, on the characters, that kind of stuff. It would be a nice little gateway game to raid, you know. I think it might actually have some merit. It's probably not going to be that big of an investment for them to explore this possibility. See how they feel about it. Should be a nice little natural stepping stone for people to actually discover raid. Go with the ice arrow, perhaps. I don't know. Gotta pick something. We already maxed out the first thing. Another explosive. 10 more seconds to go. Yeah, the max amount of points you could be getting is 100, alas. Okay, we leveled up all of these. Yeah, nice and powerful. Alas, we cannot really see how powerful we are for too long. Really wish they added a little bit of extra time, you know. Yeah, we even can hit replay. I'm assuming that is gonna count my 100 points already. This time we're gonna try to max out the ice arrow, I guess. Let's see how that feels. What's the difference between the blue stuff, by the way? Is that just more XP, or...? Because it is obviously the XP. More of that ice. I guess the ice arrow is not exactly super strong. It's not supposed to be in the end of the day. It's a crowd control, so... It's probably not going to be dealing as much damage. It just slows them down, so you should be comboing it off with something a bit better than that. Yeah, the blue thing still seems to be just XP, just a different kind of XP. I think. Let's combo it off with lightning arrow, I don't know. Yeah, we can already see that we're not doing that big amount of damage with the skills we're choosing this time. But basically you just gotta go around a circle and kite those idiots. They're not exactly very bright. We have a lot in common. "40 more seconds to go, I'm at health. Yeah, the blue thing still ticked up my XP, and I think it ticked it up with the same amount. I don't know. Do let me know in the comments if you guys really understand what the hell the difference between the blue and the green is. They're both XP, but why are they blue and green? Kinda looked like it was the same amount of XP. Logic would dictate it should be more, though. Quite an enjoyable pastime, I'd say. Nice little, not so much bullet hell, but gotta dodge those idiots. We're not dodging them much, by the way. Like, we're surprisingly low on all of these runs, despite me having some decent experience in games like this. Oh my goodness, I almost died there. Close. Okay, I'm gonna dilly-dally with the last couple of runs on my own time. Let's just try and see what actually happens when we straight up die. Not gonna touch it this time. Let's just see what the lose screen is, so you guys don't need to see it yourselves. Unless, you know, you just suck. Hey, look at us. We're so good. We're just leveling. Would be hilarious if we actually straight up win this without even touching the controls. Would be a damn shame, but doubt that's gonna happen. I wonder which strategy is better, just maxing out a single skill or just getting as many as you can. Guess we'll never know. Okay, so literally if you're not touching the controls, you're still gonna reach 40 seconds mark. And there she goes. Dragon eating her flashbacks right there. Okay, we did not get any points this time, but we did get the 200 we did on the last couple, so yeah, we're already up to 300 points. Yeah, pretty cool game mode. I really hope they do double down and actually do more in that direction, like get some item drops, like imagine implementing the dropping merciless set pieces, rolling gear, that kind of stuff into the setting like that. I do believe they can really make a killing if they really double down and actually make it a fully fleshed functioning game. Kind of weird that you can't be playing this on mobile. From what I understand, it only works on Plarium Play, so only on PC. But yeah, the game definitely is showing a lot of potential. Okay, already finished all the points required for the first stage. We are gonna have another stage in less than 24 hours and a third stage in 65 hours, I guess. And that's gonna unlock the rest of the potential rewards you could be farming up. Looks pretty cool, honestly. It's gonna be quite a few points you are gonna need, but I'm assuming the other two stages are gonna give you a little bit more points, hopefully. And another cool thing that's actually in the game is you straight up get the rewards, by the way. Here they are already in my inbox. Another thing you could actually do now is, from the new update, you could actually straight up sell items straight up from the inbox. You could also upgrade, see if they actually roll well. Like, for instance, let's see if this one rolls decent. So far, it's rolling pretty trash, if we gotta be completely honest, but since it's pinpoint, I guess I will probably leave it for a while. Kinda weird that we don't have the option to actually give it ore right now, so we can see if we reroll it into something else, but I'd say this is still a pretty healthy improvement to the game this way. Pretty interesting. The other thing I was talking about that's in the game right now, well, almost right now, but it will be in a few minutes, hours more like it, is we finally have Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun giving us tournament points. Phantom Shogun is no longer gonna be that niche outsider of a piece of content, like nobody really wanted to play that unless it's during a CVC. Best you can hope for is get double X on the CVC or something like that, and second best is you just do it for the hell of some missions or something like that. But no, that's no longer going to be the case. Nowadays, you will be having the choice to either clear Sand Devil or Phantom Shogun, and both of them are going to be giving you points for the Gear Ascension nonsense. That's kind of cool, and honestly, the piece of content is not that hard itself. I don't know if you guys have been trying to actually clear it, but it is definitely not that complicated of a boss. You might want to check a guide about it or two. Basically, if you have some ascensions going already for you, it would be a good idea to have some ascended champions in there. So no, it's not going to be a super beginner-friendly type of piece of content, but it's definitely not that hard as well, especially when Raid are giving us the opportunities to farm up 5-star souls for so many champions already. It is going to take you a few months to actually acquire the champions needed and the stats needed to actually beat Phantom Shogun reliably. This is stage 25. It's not at all fine-tuned or anything like that. I can probably do a lot better if I added, let's say, Newton here or something. But haven't really been thinking too much about how I should be setting up this team. But yeah, it's just getting the job done under 1 minute, so I'm not gonna bother too much dilly-dallying with this one myself. The important thing is maybe you want to have a cleanser, because if the opponent actually spreads the enfeeble on all of your team, then you are gonna probably be in a pickle, because this timer, or more like ticker, is gonna tick a lot harder for you, and if it goes up too high, the boss is gonna smack you nice and good. And the other thing with the Sand Devil, again, I am farming stage 25 because I have the luxury of having a very beefed up Aniri plus a Ninja. It is a bit of a slower team, but it definitely does get the job done. I've watched guides about how I can set him up, and right now, here's what my Aniri is looking like. She is nice and ascended, and she does have some of my better regen gear, but nothing really too fancy. And the key takeaway here is she doesn't even need to be fast. God damn it, I'm blind, man. Here's what she's looking like. I did have some area bonuses if I'm not mistaken. So here's what the Sand Devil Necropolis stats for her look like. She's nowhere near as fast as some other champions need to be. She's only at 200 and free speed. And you don't really want to be straying too far up or lower than this, because if you do, that is going to break the fine-tuning, which this team does need in order to actually work. And both the HP and the defense are going to be pretty important here, because the skill that does ignore defense, for the Sand Devil, that's always going to be killing Aniri, but since she does have the passive to revive herself, she will always come back, as long as it doesn't break the fine-tune. And also the other important thing for this team is for Ninja to have a good amount of accuracy, because if he doesn't, it's just gonna take way too long. Normally my Ninja is running a 9-piece Merciless, but because my 9th piece is a banner with no accuracy on it, I have to actually swap around to this thing, so we know that the burn is gonna be landing, and that way this team works a lot better. The important thing here is, you're gonna notice, we do not have a lead with an aura here, and it's important Aniri to be in the lead, because if she is not, she is actually not gonna revive herself with the passive. That's just a part of the coding. I don't know, it's kind of weird like that, but make sure to always have your Aniri in the lead. And also it's important here for me for Ninja to actually die, because that's how the masteries are set for Aniri here. This way, this allows me for her to be a lot slower than she needs to be. I guess if you change her masteries, that might be not as important, but in that case, you're probably going to have to make Aniri a little bit faster, because she is only this fast because the other 3 and even 4 champions are actually dead. And you're going to notice how the boss takes a few turns, then Aniri takes a few turns, and on the big disc hit right here that ignores the defense, she dies, but she revives herself and instantly revives Ninja. He gets the do his W and rinse and repeat kind of deal. Definitely watch a dedicated video guide about this thing. Plenty of the content creators have done content like this with a lot more detail, but I'm just giving you an idea of what you could be doing if you want to be reaching stage 25 and the Sand Devil. Some of the content creators have even done the extra mile, actually showing how they reach up to level 25, because depending on the speed of the Sand Devil, that's how fast the Aniri needs to be. You're probably just going to be fine doing this manually up to level 25, and on 25 it should be running smooth as butter, as long as you have followed the correct stats, correct speeds, correct masteries, that kind of stuff. It is a little bit slower of a run. It usually goes around 2:30 to 3 minutes, something along those lines, but it's definitely very worth doing something like this, because not only are we getting a bunch of oils, sand, dust, or whatever the hell it's called, we're also leveling up 3 food champions at the same time, and that's just kind of huge. So I'm always trying to actually max out my tournaments when there is Sand Devil, and nowadays I will be doing that with a little bit of Shogun as well. I wonder if there is going to be a food farming Shogun stage as well. Kind of probably not. I don't know. Maybe there is some kind of strategy with some max HP damage dealers or something, but for now I'm not aware of it. I'm gonna have to look into it. Anyway, bango bango, Aniri should die one more time, revive Ninja one more time, and the W should be GG right there with the A2. There we have it. 2 minutes and 28 seconds, a lot of food, and a lot of good oils and whatnot. Just to quickly show the masteries for my Aniri, I guess that's the important part. Ninja is really not that important, and it doesn't even need to be Ninja, by the way. It just needs to be some kind of damage dealer that does die when the Sand Devil smacks him, and also has a good, probably max HP damage or something like that. Here's what the masteries I'm using are. I actually slapped her with extra max HP, because it's pretty important for her to have a nice, good health pool. And this really is the mastery that could mess things up. Because if your nuker actually does not die on the A1, or whatever the hell skill, the Stand Devil wipes everything when it ignores defense, that means it's gonna break the tune of the speed, and I guess you probably could figure it out. If you know the nuker is not gonna be dying when the big skill lands, I guess you could maybe just not use this, or just make her slower. I guess -8 on this build, probably 195 would do. But yeah, it is definitely something to think about. Might want to just really check out a detailed guide about that one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe, all of that good stuff would really help. And don't forget you can download raids and start with a legendary champion Corrado and the epic Ugo, both of which are pretty nice progression champions. And honestly, Ugo you could be using well into the end game as well. And use one of the promo codes to get your hands on another legendary champion too. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.